Hey everybody, Morgana Galaxia here. Welcome to my channel. I am going to get down with some tarot reading tonight. I want to take a look at Trump because he's been acting a little cray-cray. But aside from that, I'm kind of looking out towards the future. And, what is Trump going to be doing not only for the rest of his lame duck session, but how is he going to be after while Letitia James and others pursue him in different, lawsuits and investigations? And also, is he going to be the clear and present danger that intelligence keeps warning us about? Trump is extremely vindictive. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to ask him right now before I forget. I had a thought about the pardoning. We've been talking for a while, or lots of people, about Trump pardoning himself, Trump pardoning a bunch of his, minions. Who's Trump going to pardon? And, I was thinking today, now that he's lost and all the Republicans are calling for him to concede and to move on with the transition and so forth, he's mad, right? We all know he's hot. He's steaming. He is experiencing right now his worst nightmare as a loser. And, I just had this feeling that when it comes to pardoning, he ain't going to pardon a damn soul, okay? Even his minions, even low-life criminals that normally he, would get in bed with, whoever it is, from now on, he ain't going to pardon anybody because he's not in the mood to be doing anybody any favors. Even people that normally he would show a little loyalty to and get him off, because he's worked with them. The feeling I'm getting is nope. He is not going to be in the mood to do a damn thing for anybody, which means no pardons and no thank you. You can forget it. So I want to read on that too. I also want to read, is Trump going to be the clear and present danger that intelligence is warning us? As soon as he leaves office and he wants to do as much damage to the Biden administration as he can. He wants to harm America and Americans because we voted him out. He's mad, right? He's vindictive. Is he going to start selling state secrets? Is he going to start betraying the United States to people abroad who would give him offers or work with him or business or whatever, okay? Or just to get money, to get paid. Which is kind of related to the last thing is, Biden has kind of said he wants to take a little bit of a hands-off approach on Trump. He's not going to necessarily pursue him and let other people pursue him as they see fit, like SDNY. The thing is that Trump is not going to shut his mouth. He's not going to go away. He's not going to shrink back into the shadow and let Biden have his presidency, right? Trump, if he could, would torture Biden for the next 4 years, okay? He would torture Biden, harass the administration, do anything he could to be a pain in the ass for the entirety of Biden's administration. And I don't know if Biden would really want to let him do that, if he really wants to put up with that. All right? So those are the things I want to read on today. And let's start with the pardons, okay? I want to know, is Trump going to be pardoning anybody? Is Trump going to be pardoning anybody, Spirit? Now that he's leaving office, is there anybody he's going to pardon? Can you show me that? Because, any friends, any minions, anybody he owes anything to. Is he going to be issuing any pardons at all, Spirit? Show us the pardons. Let's take it on down. When it comes to will Trump pardon, you know, he's thinking about it, okay? He's probably right about now starting to think about it because his time's winding down and he's in review. Is this something he wants to do? Is there anybody who's worth it? Anybody who's done him any favors? So this card's indicating a yes is at least on his mind. He's given it some thought. Okay, so there's some potential there. There's potential there. What's challenging him, though, is all of the ongoing investigations and just looking at what's going on with the Trump organization. You know, they're looking at the money and the overvaluing and underinflating, right? And all the Ivanka shady business and just everything that's going on with the Trump organization is really pissing him off and occupying his mind and basically taking up all his energy here. So I think this is challenging him in regards to the pardon. It's taken up his time. So moving on, what's above the situation? What's in Trump's conscious thoughts? What's in the sky above him is the devil. Okay, so this is Trump and his conscious thoughts. He's hot. Okay, he's mad, angry, vengeful, vindictive, jealous. He feels betrayed. He's going to be working on those minions who are still tied to him. He is not in a fit mind to be of any benevolent assistance to anybody. So this is telling me just that the harshness and the ugliness and the darkness of his thoughts right now, okay? And again, you know, another question you can ask yourself with the devil is, does the devil ever help anybody? No. The devil doesn't help anybody. It's all about bringing everybody down, right? Bringing everybody down with you. What's in Trump's subconscious? What's the foundation to this question? But what's the sort of subconscious to him is just this mental anguish, okay? He's got this battle going on in his mind. His thoughts are competing with each other. He can't think straight, okay? He's mad at everybody and he's pitting people against each other, and it's just arguing and strife and conflict. That is what is in his head, and therefore that is what he manifests out all around him. And this is not unknown about Trump. We know it very well. He likes conflict. He feels like he thrives in that. But that is just an outward verbal diarrhea excuse for the state of his internal being, okay? He's always in internal conflict. So the energy he just came through is a Two of Cups, okay? I think that this is him okaying the AGS lady to release the transition, you know, to release the funds and the resource and stuff for the transition to start taking place. He finally had to allow the connecting of those two administrations, right? The Trump administration, the Biden administration, the transition between them. He was forced to cooperate, okay? He's being forced to cooperate. And where he's going to be moving into is juggling, balancing, manipulating, especially when it comes to money and financial issues. So I think when it comes to if Trump is going to pardon anybody, this reading is given him, this reading is telling me it's possible. It's possible. I mean, he's in a really dark place. I don't think it would be his inclination to help anybody. But it's all about money. It's all about manipulation. It's all about juggling. It's the game. So I think that if somebody was able to give him a financial offer, or it benefited him in some way, or it played a part in his machinations, some sort of scheme he might have, he might deign to pardon somebody, okay? But I think his inclination at this point is to give everyone the finger and say, I'm not helping anybody. His mind is occupied with other things. It's all about his money. If you don't got nothing to do with his money, he don't have nothing to do with you, okay? Now, if you've maybe got some money that you can sort of toss in his juggling hands, maybe he'll deal with you, but I think his inclination is no, but there's a possibility. If someone can throw him a deal, or if in any other way benefits Trump, it is on his mind. It is something he's considering. So that's definitely not a harsh no, like what I was thinking earlier. But we'll see. We'll see, because I still think, he already pardoned Michael Flynn. I just don't, as far as like any public sphere people, like what Kourtney Kardashian was fighting for, that kind of thing. I don't think we can expect to see anything like that, because he's not in a state to be helping anybody. Okay, so during Biden's administration, Trump's out there being a private citizen, but he's also wanting to keep a stranglehold on the GOP. But he's going to be needing money, okay? He needs a new income. He needs to find out what his next steps are. What is he going to do now? And I want to know, if one of the things that he's going to be doing is selling state secrets, selling classified information. Is he going to turn on the United States of America, Spirit, and start selling classified or sensitive information to outside entities, okay? To outside entities. Is he going to betray the United States and sell United States secrets for gain, for money, okay? For gain. It's all about the money with this man. That's what I want to know. Is he going to sell state secrets? Spirit, show me. All right, let's bring it on down. Let's put my glasses on. Okay. Is he going to be selling state secrets? Okay, well, here he is, our waning King of Pentacles, still sitting on his throne, all about the money. It's the greedy king, okay? And what's challenging him right now is that he's despondent and angry and vindictive over having lost the election. It's keeping him up at night, right? He's having bad dreams. If he even sleeps, he's anxious, he's scared, he's angry. He is just beside himself, okay? Highly stressed. And this is sapping his energy, of course. This energy is draining away from him. In the sky above him, what's conscious to him with the Magician is, he still feels like he has all the tools to make things happen, all right? He wants to make the magic happen, to create something out of nothing. He can manipulate still. He has things he can manifest, things that he can do. He can make something happen. He can make something happen there. Foundational to the reading, what's in his conscious thoughts here with the Star? And I guess I should say in his unconscious thoughts. What's foundational to the reading here, what I'm getting from this card at this time is this is the United States government, institutions, values, documents, the Bill of Rights, all the agencies, right? So I'm kind of feeling like this is all of the intelligence and resources at the disposal of the United States government. We are a superpower and the light of the world because we have such a sophisticated government made up of sophisticated intelligence. Okay, so I feel like this is the departmental functions of the government that keep this America strong, keep it going, and so forth. Okay, so I guess where I'm going with this is Trump's access to the kind of information that I'm talking about here. Classified stuff, state secret stuff, things that outside entities would be interested in, the secrets of America, okay, is foundational here. And this card is reinforcing that because right in the past, this is the card of secrets and wisdom. Unfortunately, Trump had a certain amount of access to the wisdom that the United States holds, the secrets that the United States holds, the very sort of the deepest, darkest, most secreted kind of information that only, the high priestess, only those masters have access to. This is not secrets and information that lay people know, okay? That you have to be initiated in order to get this information here, and Trump had access to that. The energy that he's going to be moving into or wants to be moving into here is basically just being financially abundant, living in luxury, okay? This is wealth. This is what Trump thinks his life should be like, okay? This is what Trump was before his, presidency, and this is what he wants to go back to. This is his old life here. He could work as little or as much as he wanted. He could spend as much time in Mar-a-Lago as he wanted. He was flush at all times, gold toilets, the whole shebang. That's this card here, and that is where he's going to be moving into again, or at least how he wants to be rolling forward. And the only way he can do that is with funds. Okay, so this is all about the funds. He wants to be filthy rich. That's the energy that he wants to shift into. So in the here and now for Trump, we have a new king in town. This is Biden. The King of Cups is Biden for me. So this is telling us that Trump's been upended. He's been popped out of the seat. He's no longer the king. We have a new king, okay? And this is absolutely absorbing every amount of Trump's energy here. This is the source of his anger, jealousy, and vindictiveness. He is not Biden. He is the opposite of Biden. And the fact that his polar opposite unseated him is the source of everything that, he wants to manifest, his anger. Everything he wants to vomit out into the world is because of that. In the environment around him, okay, is this basic heartbreak, angst, anguish, regret. So all of those around them are feeling the sting of being associated with Trump, losing their jobs, having to search for another job, maybe the loss of their relationships with their families and friends. Everything that Trump touches, he poisons. And this is those people feeling that, okay? Everyone in his administration right now that's watching his lame duck session unfold, this is everyone around him. This is everyone around him. So hopes and fears. Here's Trump's hope here. His hope is that he's still going to win, that he can wage his battles so viciously that he just dominates and triumphs, okay? This is his hope, is that he can still dominate and triumph in this fight. And for the outcome, we have Two of Pentacles. And, you know, this card very often points to balancing money, dealing money back and forth from overseas, okay? You can see the overseas nature of this card is very often has to deal with money moving back and forth from overseas. So, just sort of what I'm seeing here, again, to sort of summarize, we've got the secrets card, okay? This is absolutely the kind of secrets that our intelligence agencies would have, that they would give him in his daily briefs. This card is here, okay? You know, we have his desire to just brutally fight on no matter what. We have him here trying to manifest stuff. He's trying to make things happen. It's all about the money. He wants to be flush, okay? He wants to, it's just all about the money with this guy. And his loss is the impetus for all of this vindictiveness and hatred. And yeah, here he is balancing money, you know, manipulating some money, juggling money from overseas. So I think that the intelligence community is nervous about this for very good reason, because it's completely within Trump's character. And these cards are telling me that that should be a story that we look for over the next year. So over the next year, okay? All right, and this kind of is finally leading me to the last sort of question I want to ask today, which is Biden really gonna let Trump torture him for 4 years? Is he really gonna let Trump out there in the world to sell secrets? Is he really gonna let Trump continue to pit the American people against each other, against everything that Biden's trying to do? Is he gonna sit there and let other people kind of try and get rid of Trump? And if they do, good, but if they don't, well, it didn't happen, too bad? Is he really gonna let Trump undermine his administration for the entirety of his presidency? Is he really gonna do all that? Because believe me, I think we all know that if they don't pursue Trump and get him, he's, you know, as long as he's out and has access to Twitter and access to social media and access to American voters, that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Okay, so this is what I want to ask about finally. See how we're going to do this. So Thanksgiving is the day after tomorrow. Just gonna be me, my husband, and my daughter. No family this year. Nope. My mom was gonna travel up here from California and canceled her plans. No traveling. I'm sure that's happening to a lot of your families too, huh? Okay. I'm really just going to let Trump be a thorn in his side. Show me. Let's take a look. So what's Biden gonna do? Well, this is, I'm asking about Biden. Interesting. Yeah. All right, you guys. So Biden is going to be working with other experts to create a solid, beneficial administration, okay? We've met a lot of those people today, and he's going to be working with a team, cooperatively with others, to build up America better, okay? This is the kind of like the infrastructure. He's got to reform these departments, reconnect relationships, re-engage with the international community, okay? He's doing this not by himself, but with a team, and their joint goal and project is creating these endeavors. What is challenging Biden here is this is the star. I'm sorry, the star card again. So what's challenging him, I think, in regards to this question are, again, this is, like I was saying earlier, this is the American resources, norms, right, this time going traditions, norms, customs. Now, Trump blew through all of those during his administration, but that's not who Biden is. He's bringing back respect for our norms, traditions, and customs, but those generally have been not to pursue a president out of power, okay? The tradition has been, like Nixon got pardoned and he went quietly into oblivion, right? That's a tradition. You don't pursue a former sitting president. You just sort of let them lead the rest of their lives in peace. The idea was, even if he wasn't the best president, he served the nation, okay? Now, we know that that's not what Trump has done, but I feel like Biden feels not confined, but, he's a bit tied to those old, genteel, civil ways of doing things. Thank goodness, because that is what we should be trying to get back to. But this is definitely going to put a little bit of the brakes on how aggressively he's going to pursue Trump, okay? Just like the last reading, overhead, we've got the magician again, battling magicians. So Biden is basically in creative mode, okay? Right now he's assembling his cabinet. He's beginning his, he's transitioning into starting his presidency. He's all about manifesting. He's going to be manifesting all over the place, right? He's got to be dealing with coronavirus. He's got to be dealing with the economy. He's got to be dealing with Trump and a divided nation and the Senate, right? He's going to be on full magical mode, all right? He's going to be in full creative manifesting mode. That is going to be Biden's job. Boom, 100% for the next, 4 years, but obviously, especially that first year in office. Manifesting. And again, he's doing it with a group, okay? He's not doing this by himself, but he is the magician. Subconsciously, okay, what's foundational to this question is that a theft occurred, a dishonesty occurred, the shenanigans occurred, law-breaking, criminality, whatever you want to call this card, the stealing card here, trying to get away with stuff. That occurred, okay? So not only will it occur, because I'm asking going forward, right? This will be occurring, okay? So this is going to be foundational to this question is, how is Biden going to be reacting to Trump? This is his foundation of Trump always trying to get away with things. These swords, right? These cutting remarks, these lies, these falsehoods, these ill concepts, all the negative things that Trump is going to be trying to get away with, is going to be the very foundation. That's the risk that I'm asking about here, is that can be the never going away foundation to Biden's administration, is this just constant harassment and crap coming from Trump. So this is known. Okay. What Biden just came through, of course, is his victory. He won the presidency. He won, the Electoral College and the popular vote, and everyone's certified, and now it's official, and he is the victor. But rolling forward, in regards to this question, the energy he's moving into is juggling, balancing, trying to manipulate, trying to balance out two polar opposites. What's he going to do? Is this right or wrong? Is it going to help me or hurt me? Is it going to hurt the nation or harm the nation? There's money here as well. Absolutely. He's going to be balancing money. So this is where he's going to be going into. And again, like I said, this is international. There's an international flavor to this card as well. So I definitely see Biden wants to focus his immediate future, once he's in office, on, I'm seeing a lot of international relations here, trade, or kind of rebalancing our relationships and financial relationships overseas. The core of Biden is cooperation and unity. This is what he's pledged to bring back to the nation, okay? This is his promise to us right here, and he wants to keep it. In his environment, those around him, not giving him a lot of good choices here. There's people who are dissatisfied with their choices. So, Biden's in an environment now where he's president. He's trying to work with parties overseas. He's trying to manifest all his visions and goals. He's got Trump underneath him, always trying to get away with some crap. And those in his environment even are, I think this is the frustration of those around Biden who might not be completely satisfied with the options that they're given. Maybe there's people who want to go after Trump harder and they just don't like the options that they have, or maybe the opposite, but people around Biden are unsatisfied with their choices. In the hopes and fears here, I think this is a fear for Biden, okay? He's got a critical decision to make. How aggressively do you go for Trump? Do you need to decapitate this guy, not literally, of course, to stop what he wants to do to Biden's administration? It's a critical decision, and one that he knows could split the nation. And he doesn't quite know what the outcome of that would be. It's a very dangerous choice that he's making between just these really sharp-edged options here. So he knows he's got this decision ahead of him. For the outcome, we have the Nine of Cups, which is, wishes fulfilled. This is the wish fulfillment card. So let me bring you back up here. Wishes fulfilled. This is also my Supreme Court card, although I don't really see anything here that would need to go to the Supreme Court. It's the happy merchant. I mean, it is wishes fulfillment. It's a positive card. It's a yes card. So the question here is, what's Biden going to do? Okay? Because as soon as he's in office, Trump is going to immediately commence with torturing him and his administration. Meanwhile, Biden's goal is unity and moving forward, right? And trying to honor the traditions of the United States. But there's no question that Trump is getting away with something. People around Biden are not happy, or at least not satisfied. I feel like Biden wants to focus on other things. But we have a great outcome here with this wish fulfillment. Oh, interesting. Okay, so here's my thought. What would Biden's wish be? Okay, so I suspect Biden would just let New York take care of him, right? Let other institutions take care of Trump. They can take him down without him needing to do it through the feds, federally, or through, well, I guess even the Attorney General, they're not supposed to be independent, so they could go after Trump as well. It doesn't have to be commanded from Biden, okay? It doesn't have to be his personal command to go after Trump. I think the wish fulfillment might be indicating to us that he doesn't have to, okay? He's going to let everyone else take care of it, and the wishes will be fulfilled. But really, the thought I had about this card is there might be a way for Trump to just kind of go away. I mean, not through any violence, but maybe he gets sick, okay? Maybe he decides to leave the country. Maybe something else happens with Trump. Someone else takes him out. Who knows what, but that could be, I don't know, I hate to kind of say it like that. I'm trying to think of a nicer way to say it. But maybe it doesn't take Biden aggressively trying to remove Trump for him to sort of be removed. That I could see would be a wish. Just let this guy disappear, But otherwise, yeah, I didn't really see anything in those cards to tell me that Biden was gonna be on offense, which is not exactly what I want to see. But Biden himself, okay? Biden himself, he's not going to command go after him. He's got so many other things on his plate. So let me just take a quick peek-see at Kamala. Quick peek-see at Kamala. Can you show me if Kamala will go after Trump? Will our Vice President, Kamala Harris, will she pursue Trump? Pursue justice, okay? I've heard her myself out of her own mouth talking up justice and how important it is to hold people to account. Is she going to make sure that Trump is held to account? Just a little quick peek-see here. Let me bring it down. Okay. Well, I definitely feel like she has the wherewithal, the desire, and the energy to do it, because here she is on that chariot, ready to go to battle and be the victor here, okay? So I wouldn't say chomping at the bit, but she's definitely of the mind where she's charging and ready to go, okay? She's ready to go. What is challenging her, what's the challenge here is leaving for smoother waters. leaving for smoother waters. So this could be telling us that maybe it will be more difficult to pursue Trump if he flees the country and takes off to evade prosecution or anything like that. And the outcome, of course, is then she is stalled out. She stalled out. So if Trump leaves, you know, the machinations might occur still here in the US, but when it comes to holding him accountable, she's being paused, it's being stalled out, she has to wait, she's on hold, and she's going to have to kind of think of a new strategy or think of it another way. Okay, so what this is telling me is that she wants to, but he's probably going to take off, and so she might be a little unfulfilled there. Interesting, because I did get before in another reading that Trump does take off to evade justice. Again, I didn't think that was like, you know, January 21st. I definitely, in that reading, saw that he went back to Mar-a-Lago. You know, he went back home. He wanted to kind of start his life again. But once things get going and the legal jeopardy comes knocking on his door and he might have to be faced with consequences, he might take off. He might take off overseas. Okay, so that's it for me today, everybody. I'm so glad that you came and visited me, and I hope you enjoyed my reading. If you liked it and you want to see more, subscribe, okay? I'd love to have you on board and read you guys in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, that you really stay safe. You know, the best way to love our family is to make sure that we're all safe, right? So that's it for me, everybody. Take care. Bye now.